You know, I saw someone tape their mic to their glasses, and then they tied their hair back. The sound is really clear, and it doesn't hit your shirt and all that.
I don't know. Maybe I should just tape it to my face or like my forehead.
Tape it to the side of your neck.
No, but then my fat bulges are gonna rub against it, so maybe I'll just tape it to my forehead. Okay. My shitty $6 Laviar mic, and it kept making noises, so I gave up on that. I'll edit. I have to edit your voice out when I'm putting it all together.
If you had a good mic, this wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Iris, do you realize I have a pimple in the middle of my forehead, so it looks like I have a bindi, but it's a scab, and it's really sad.
It's upsetting.
It's upsetting me.
I've been saying upsetting a lot today because a lot of upsetting things happened. Just wait until we start recording and I can tell you about the upsetting things that have happened to me.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's fine.
Okay, so do you want to tell me about your day? Has anything mendokusai happened to you?
Mendokusai?
Mendokusai is a Japanese word that means like, God damn it.
Okay. When you put me on the spot, then I can't really think of stuff. Why don't we start with you? Didn't you say you were gonna say something?
Oh yeah, okay. So I got up. So like this morning, I have my Japanese exam is due, but the Japanese exam is online. So on days when we have this online exam that's due, we don't have class. So I just slept in. I turned off all of my alarms. Actually, that reminds me, I have to turn them back on or else I'm not gonna wake up for class tomorrow.
Good talk.
Thank goodness I remembered. Goodness. Okay, alarms are turned back on every weekday. It's like 10 alarms. You know, these are really important alarms. Okay, so I turned off all of my alarms. My mom's texting me. I'm just ignoring her. She's kind of sad.
Oh yeah, because you're not going home for Thanksgiving.
I mean, yeah, I can't. And then she's like texting me. She's like, Iris, please talk to me. And I'm like, but I'm busy tonight. Anyway, I slept in and my roommate left for class at 10 and locked the door on her way out. And I wake up to the sounds of somebody trying to key into my room. And I'm like, oh, is my roommate back early? But no, somebody opens the door and it's this man with a clipboard. And I'm like, who the fuck is this? And how did he get into my room? And I'm like, whatever. It's probably just something, I don't know, ignore it. So then I just packed my stuff, brushed my teeth, and then went to class. And then in our floor group chat, someone sent in, holy fuck, someone just tried to key into my room. I'm terrified. And then someone else is like, yeah, someone here tried to key into my room too. And there's some guy walking down our hall. This is horrifying. I'm gonna go down to the front desk. Who the hell is trying to key into our rooms? And then the front desk is like, I don't know. We should probably call the police because this is the girls' side. It's the girls' side and then boys' side. And so it's like, oh, this is the girls' side. It's probably a serial rapist, or who knows. Anyway, so they call the police and the police show up and they're like, oh, it's a maintenance staff dude that didn't think it was important to tell us that he was testing spare keys today. This is what I wake up to.
I thought, like basically in our dorms, we also kind of have like a similar situation. Mm-hmm. They sent us a mass email, and he was like, yeah, like we're just gonna look through all your stuff. We're gonna open your drawers and we're gonna check if you have weed or alcohol inside. So, cheers. Fuck? I feel like I don't know if they even came into my room or not, but basically what ended up happening is like, I had a friend who was in the dorms when they came in, and they come in with like a clipboard, just like, you know, the guy in your dorm, and then they're like, they look around, they're like, okay, good, and then they just like check, and then they move on. So I'm guessing they came to my room, but who knows, you know?
You don't know.
Yeah, but they
didn't tell us. It's terrified all of a sudden. Some guy is keying into our rooms, which they should tell us. Anyway, our RA said that she was really pissed, so she told the front desk that they have to control their maintenance staff and tell them that you have to knock in saying, I'm testing your key, your spare key, you know, and tell us what's going on so that it's not really shady.
That is really shady though, yeah.
Yeah, there's some dude coming into our room. They had drug dogs come in and sniff everything though. They're so cute. The drug dogs are so cute. I didn't have any drugs, but the dog was so excited to see me.
I feel like you'd be the type of person who'd get drugs just so that you could
Play with the drug dog. Yeah, drug dogs are so cute.
In the airports, that's what they do. They have like these really cute like dogs, and then on the side it's like, do not pet.
These are bomb dogs. They sniff bombs. So that's how my day started, and I'm waking up at a ridiculous time, like 10:30. I usually get up at 6 a.m. So like 10:30, I'm like really disoriented at this point. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna walk to class. I can do that, right? So I wander around campus, and I'm like, where am I? And I'm like wandering around campus, and I'm like, but class starts soon. Maybe I should walk around in circles and confused. And I wandered around in circles for about an hour until I pulled out Google Maps to go to class, which is weird because I've been going to this class all semester, but I was so disoriented. And then I sat at my usual spot in this class with like 500 people in it, in like this huge lecture hall, but I didn't hear a word that my professor said because I was really distracted thinking about my exam, my Japanese exam, because I didn't get up early to do it. Mm-hmm. And then I have one more class at 3 p.m. So I went to that class, and then I found a guy, and I told him I didn't finish my Japanese exam. He's like, skip this class and go do it, because it took me forever. I was like, okay, here's my email. And I told him, and then it took me 2 hours to do it. And then I messaged Peter. I'm like, Peter, how long did it take you to do it? He's like, I just spent like 40 minutes doing it. I usually get like 90% on the first try. I'm like, what the fuck? I've been getting like 60, 70%. Ugh, it's okay. Some people are just better at studying.
Peter's just like isn't he like a computer whiz?
Yeah. Oh, he's switching to comp sci major. He was an EE major, but he could not deal with hardware. Hardware is too hard. They said that's why first year engineering majors never take computer hardware first semester because it's way too hard. So he's switching out of engineering into computer science.
I think my dad did double E, but he's so...
But not like his first semester as a freshman.
Yeah, I know, but
Maybe he did.
My dad did it for his major. I can't... Yeah. I mean, okay, here's the thing with my dad. Like, I feel like I should think that he's smart, but just the way he acts at home. Have I shown you the way he texted me? He sends me, a text with an emoji, and then a word, and then another emoji, and then another word with another emoji. And somehow all the emojis match to the words that he texts with. And it's like, it's strangely organized and nicely synced up together, but it's super frustrating when every single time I get a text full of 10 emojis with 5 words spaced in between each of them. And I just can't imagine my dad as like, I don't know, I can't imagine him as like the cool kid. I always think of him as like the kid that kind of giggles when he's nervous.
Wait, Melissa, I know what he's doing. What is he doing? On the iPhone keyboard, when you type a word that's related to, you're suggesting emojis. So he's just clicking on those suggestions. So he's just clicking on those suggestions. Like every time there's a suggested emoji, he clicks on it.
I feel like I should say something, but at the same time, it's like really entertaining just watching, like just seeing what pops up in my notifications.
Yeah. It's like your boyfriend texting you lovey-dovey notes with thousands of emojis. Oh no, that's my dad. That's really cute though. I approve of your dad's texting style. But okay, so I'm doing my exam. I skipped class and I'm doing my exam until like 5 p.m. And my friend tells me, I heard there's free food. We have to go. And I'm like, oh yeah, and I didn't get a chance to mail out your package today. So I'm gonna go do that. So I put the package in my backpack. And then she's like, let's go get free food. And we go over there and it's some kind of election for women in technology. And I'm like, okay, I was like, okay. And then I take like 5 sandwiches. Like Subway sandwiches cut in half. But I take like 5 halves. And then I do that thing because, I'm trying to live the lower carb life. So I'm like scraping the mayonnaise and cheese and ham out of the sandwiches and eating them. And then like I end up with this pile of bread on my table, and I'm like eating potato chips and drinking all the lemonade. And everyone else is like voting and like listening to like candidate speeches, and I'm like scraping pepperoni out of like a bread and
fiercely shoving it in your mouth.
Yeah, and like eating it with my hands and like licking mayonnaise. It was really undignified. So anyway, so what that was what I was doing. And then by the time we finished, it's like 7:15, and I'm like, okay, we gotta go to the UPS right now. I went to UPS, and the dude there says, yeah, I need to print a label for this, but we're closed now, so I'm not gonna do it for you. Come back tomorrow. And I'm like, I was supposed to mail this out yesterday.
I feel like post office people and DMV people are just like, they're just so rigid. Like, let's say it's just a minute after, like, let's say they close at 9, and the minute it goes like to 9:01, they're like, oh, we're closed, sorry. And it could be like
tomorrow.
Yeah, it could literally be in the middle of a process thing, and they're like, okay, we're done, bye. And they just like slam the door in your face, and it's like, okay, that's been a great help, thank you. My
best friend in college, it's his birthday is on the 11th, so it's this Sunday, right? 2 days from now. What should I do? Should I write her a letter? Should I draw her something? And my drawings suck though.
So, I mean, okay, the whole point of
Saturday.
A handmade card is that it can be shitty,
but it's handmade.
It's handmade. So it's like going to an Etsy store and you see all these shitty cards and they still charge you $20 for it.
It's made with love. The love costs an extra $15.
Exactly.
Not even 15. The paper and the ink on that probably cost them 40 cents.
Yeah. So it's the thought that counts, Iris.
Okay, I'll just mail her. I'll just give her thoughts and love for her birthday. And what else can I get?
What is she like?
I have no idea. I've only been friends with her for 2 months. She's into K-pop.
Oh, is this great? Is this Grace?
Grace. Yeah, Grace.
Oh yeah, she dresses like a K-pop star.
Yep. She's into BTS. I don't know what I can buy at such short notice.
Well, I mean, if you're really desperate, considering how you and her, I guess you guys went to the conference, the election thing together? Was it with Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, considering how you guys were so enthusiastic about free food.
Should we get her a sandwich?
Yeah, you could probably get her like a meal or something. Or just like go out for lunch or something, or like go out for dinner. And it could be like, it could be McDonald's, because I think she'll understand.
I don't have money. Oh wait, Starbucks gift card. No, she said to get her a Starbucks gift card. So I'll just do that, even though Starbucks gift card is like the laziest thing I give to my teachers every year for Christmas. It's okay, she could be a Christmas teacher. But yeah, so that resulted in me getting back at around 10 p.m. And then, no, not 10 p.m. 8:40? 8:40 I get back to the dorms, and some girl stops me and she's like, Trig is hard, help me. And I'm like, I suck at Trig too, but I'll do what I can to help. And I sit down and I am no help at all for 2 hours. And then she just starts watching anime and says, also, you keep doing your homework for me and it's really upsetting. And then,
wait, she's saying that you keep doing her homework for her?
Mm-hmm, instead of explaining to her how to do it.
Oh.
Because I'm trying to figure out how to do it too, so I'm working on it.
Yeah. Is she in your hall?
Yeah, she's on my floor.
Oh fuck. You're gonna have to meet her.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was no help at all for like 2 hours, and then we didn't solve anything. And then I get a message from you saying, this music room is really noisy. And I'm like, oh wait, I forgot. I have a recording session. Let me get downstairs ASAP. And I'm like, maybe I can just do it in my closet. But no, my roommate has her friend over
I think this is a really good point where we should probably introduce the show. This is episode 5, right? We just recorded episode 4.
Hi. I think so. Yeah, your first episode was just you introducing yourself.
All right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm Iris and
I'm Melissa. This is episode 5 of the Unmade.
Yeah.
We're just here to talk.
Yeah, we're just college students and we chat about our lives and stuff.
Okay, so yesterday, because like every Wednesday, Chapman Radio requires that you go at 10 p.m. for their meetings because that's when everyone is free. Because sometimes film production students, they have classes that go up to 9:45.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is
no, but they go from like 7 to 9:45. So, and then it takes us like 15 minutes to like walk back.
Yeah.
Dude, our Wednesdays are really jam packed. Like I woke up yesterday morning, and it was like, it's nice and sunny, California weather, and it was hot. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go out in a t-shirt and short shorts because those are the only clean shorts that I have laying around right now.
Same. Okay.
And then I go out, and then it's really hot in the morning, and then I have classes basically from the morning, and then I have like classes in the afternoon, and then directly from afternoon it leads into the evening, and then from the evening down till late till 9:45, and then I have a meeting at 10. Mm-hmm. And that goes up till probably 10:30. And I literally didn't have time to walk back to the residence halls and change. And so by the time I got back, it was freezing. And I was literally sitting in class at night. And the thing is, like, the weather outside changes constantly, right? But the air conditioning settings don't change inside the buildings. So it's blowing air, like cold air. And I'm already in like t-shirts and shorts, not even just regular shorts, but shorts. And I'm freezing my ass off, can't even concentrate on anything because I'm shivering in the classroom. And I just had to like walk back, and it was cold. And okay, so from then, basically yesterday, usually the Chapman Radio meetings aren't exactly like the most, I mean, they're kind of like maintenance stuff. Like, is there anything broken? And people go like, yeah, like the automation sucks, or like, the mic is not working, and they go like, okay, we'll fix it. But so this time, like, one of the staff members of Chapman Radio, her name is Claire. She has a dad, and his name is like Christian Epping or something. Epping, not sure how to pronounce it, but he actually has like a really cool job. So basically, what he did is he started off in college. He went to Emerson, and so he started off in college radio. Okay. And from then on, he started writing novels and stuff like that. Okay. And so then he started writing about like music because he was really into music. And so from then on, he started meeting a bunch of like really, really like, those really famous like old rock bands. Okay. He's basically on like a one-on-one basis on people from those rock bands, and he's written books with them. And so he said, so one of his stories, like he started just talking about his stories, and it was like really, really interesting. And so one of the stories is that he meets, I think his name was like Steven Tyler, or whatever, the guy with the really big mouth. Steven Taylor, what's his name? Let me search him up really quickly so I have a clear idea. No, wrong guy, that's a soccer player. But anyways, some guy with the last name Tyler.
Taylor? I have Steven Taylor. English soccer player. Tyler?
Nope. Oh yeah, Steven Tyler. There we go.
American singer-songwriter. Yeah. Yes, here we have it.
So, he's from Aerosmith.
Put a link to his Wikipedia page.
So basically, he meets Steven Tyler, and at one, like, he goes to concerts like constantly because he has to like write about them and like meet new artists and stuff like that. And he gives his his cell phone number to the guy, and he's like, yeah, here's my number. And he was telling us, it's like a really strange experience because Steven Tyler is like a teenager that still hasn't grown up, but he's like in his like late, he's like 56 now, right? Yeah. Oh no, he's 60. He's 69. He's 69.
Okay.
One night while he's like writing, he's up there. It's like, okay, so one night I was upstairs writing in my office, and then he said the phone downstairs rang at 2 a.m. in the morning. He runs down the stairs, and he picks up the phone and it's like Steven Tyler, and he's like, hey man, like, so like he's like, there are like UFOs outside my room, they're in the sky right now, dude. And it's like, basically what he was talking about was he had this idea for a new song, and so he said it was just really strange just hearing how his thought process worked, because although he's been in rehab, I think his mind is a little screwed up because of all the drugs he did.
High.
I mean, I don't think he was high, but I think there's something a little off about him. So that was just really interesting. I don't know, I don't think I made it sound very interesting, but the stories that he was telling about were definitely really fun to listen to. In fact, I think I recorded a little bit on my phone, but I don't know how much I got.
If you have some interesting tape, you can cut it into the podcast.
Yeah, that's my Wednesday.
Yeah. No, Wednesday I got back from class, and then I was like, I'm gonna go to, after I got back from math, which is my last class on Wednesday, I passed out on my bed. I'm just gonna sleep for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna study for my Japanese exam because I knew it was today. I woke up at 11 p.m. drenched in sweat. My friend opened the door and was like, my roommate has a boyfriend and I'm afraid they're gonna fuck in my room. And I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, what time is it? And then she's like, oh, it's 11:30. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to do the math homework, but apparently you didn't. I'm like, oh yeah, the math homework is due at 10 p.m. And I was like, what did I do? Like, apparently what I did was, on the way back from class, I spent my meal swipe, which is like $10, on potato chips, ate 4 packs of potato chips, and then passed out on my bed. Did I go robotic?
No. I'm just silently judging you, Iris.
Okay, so I'm like spending $10 on 4 packs of potato chips, but like I ate 4 packs of potato chips and then passed out until 11 p.m. And I'm like, shit, I have a lot of homework due. And my roommate's like, but I want to sleep. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll do it in my closet. So I'm like in my closet studying until 4 a.m. last night. And I was like,
don't you guys have like study rooms where you can just go, and that's like open 24/7, just you can just go down, or like a lounge area?
Yeah, but I wasn't wearing pants. And I didn't want to put on pants.
I mean, if you're really desperate to study, you could always just go down without pants.
I'm never desperate to study, Melissa. Like the effort to put on pants is actually higher than I really want to study in my mind. So I didn't eat dinner. So I was like, okay, I'll make shin ramyun. So I ate ramen. So if you look at my Instagram, it's ramen at 2 a.m. My phone ran out of power, so I didn't take a picture of the sandwiches, I don't think. Wait.
I saw your ramen, but I think I also saw you had potato chips or something.
Oh, my sandwiches! Okay, so in this picture, in the latest picture in my feed, there's only 2 sandwiches, but just note that I ate 3 other sandwiches after that. And there was a pile of bread on the table and everyone was judging me because I had all of this bread on my table, but I was still grabbing more sandwiches. So it's like, you know that food is for everyone, right? No, it's for me. I don't know.
What, did you just throw away all the bread?
Yeah. It's what I've been doing since day one. Every time you see a sandwich in my feed, basically what I did was scrape out the cheese and throw away the bread. Except for that bagel. I ate that actual bagel. You see that bagel?
But bread tastes so good.
I know, but my mom keeps calling me and telling me not to eat food. And I was like, I can't do that, but I can eat no bread. Yeah, but my mom calls me sometimes and says, stop eating food! What's wrong with you? He's like, you gotta lose weight so you can fit into your winter jacket.
Oh. Did you get winter clothing?
No, I didn't. I told my mom I want to buy winter clothing. And she's like, what a waste of money. And then she bought me $130 boots. Like, Mom, could you have just mailed me my actual boots I own already? And she's like, I wanted to do something for you. And I'm like, then just let me buy my winter clothing. I just want a winter jacket.
Just go out. Oh wait, you guys are out in the cornfields. Don't you guys have like a shuttle thing that takes you somewhere where
there's a bus, but I don't want to go alone, Melissa.
Go with Grace. Say like, hey Grace, like let's go out together and you guys can go shopping together. And then that'll give you an excuse to buy a winter coat.
Maybe. We're gonna put some effort out this Friday to go buy food to cook. And then Chester called his mom and told her to mail him pots, pans, a spatula, and 2 knives, and a cutting board, and some pots, and also sous vide.
What's that?
He has a freaking. Have you ever watched Binging with Babish?
I've seen one of his like a couple of the episodes, but I don't watch all of his videos.
Well, in one of his episodes, he vacuum seals a steak, and then he puts the steak in like water, and he puts the vacuum sealed steak in some water, in a sous vide machine, which controls the water to be an exact temperature, and then you cook, and then you basically cook the steak that way, and it's supposed to make your steak really soft. But anyway, he has this fancy, probably multi-$100 equipment. His mom owns a cupcake store.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, she owns like a cupcake store. Yeah. I still remember. I think I told you this, and I think I've mentioned this before, but I still remember that day when he brought a box full of cupcakes to Chadbourne to school, and I asked him if I could have one, and he just ignored my request. I'm still really pissed off about it.
Oh, wait. He tried to explain. I told him. I was like, Chester, I don't even remember you from high school. I didn't even know we went to the same high school until you told me. But Melissa says she remembers you. And he's like, yeah, so I was homeschooled up until that point, and I had no idea how to socialize. And truly, I was actually extremely terrified, and I was hoping she would go away if I just ignored her.
Oh my god,
it's so sad.
Did he hate me that much?
No, he didn't hate you. He's just terrified that there's humans that are trying to talk to him. He's like, what if I fuck it up? Might as well just say nothing and pretend it's not happening.
Well, I mean, at least you guys are talking again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He messaged me. He's like, do you need help with math? And I'm like, sure. If you really want to, you can help me with math.
Well, speaking of Wednesdays, I know I talked about like the Chapman radio meeting thing, right? And so basically yesterday or Wednesday, I was walking back with my friend from our 9:45 class, and she was telling me about the place that she lives, that she's from. She's from the area, I think, like from SoCal. And I forgot the name of it, but it was something to do with hills or something. And she said it's rated the #1 safest place to stay at in America. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, that sounds pretty normal. And she's like, yeah, but it's not normal at all. Like creepy shit happens all the time. And she said, basically, there's like a really famous like serial killer. I think his name is like Mason, or like the Mason murders, or basically it's like a Satanist family that stayed there. They live in that area. And so she says there's like a bunch of hills in the area where she lives. And it seems like a really normal neighborhood, right? It's like, you know, cute little houses, clean streets, you know, like the trees, trees lining like the streets and stuff like that. And occasionally if you go out...
Oh, found it. Wait a second. I was looking up Wikipedia. Actress Sharon Tate, acting under the Charles Manson. Other murders and assaults and attempted assassination of President Ford. Pretty interesting.
Oh, I think it's the Manson murders.
Manson family.
Yeah, basically that area.
Okay.
it happened where she's from. And so she was telling me, so like basically a bunch of creepy stuff happens all the time in the hills. And she says there are people, if you go out, there's like the owl people who go out and they dress in like, they go out in the middle of the night and they just like scream in the middle of the night, and they gather together up in the hills. And sometimes if you're walking around, you'll see like random dolls, souvenirs that they leave behind from their satanic rituals that they do.
Oh.
And so she was telling me that she has her best friend works as a custodian at this church nearby. And so what that means is that he has to go. So this church, so as she's explaining it to me, this church is like Phantom of the Opera kind of stuff. So there's like hidden doorways, there's like basements, there's attics, motion sensor lights. And so basically as a custodian, he has to go in late at night alone in the dark with motion activated lights. And so as he goes in, he's telling these stories about one night he had to go to the attic, which is somewhere above like the classrooms of the church, because they hold Bible studies at the area. And he goes up one night, and usually the attic is never open. He's the only one with the keys. Him and another person, like his manager, supervisor, are the only ones with keys. And when he went up, they saw Christmas decorations up there. All the Christmas decorations had been moved to the left of the room, and in the middle there's like a chair with a donkey head sitting on it, staring like right at him. And he was, now think about it, he's alone in the middle of the night, and he's super freaked out by this. And so like basically he's still there, he's still working there, and he's like, he has this theory that there's someone living in the place, and who creeps around through because underneath the floorboards there are areas where you can store stuff, who creeps around through the floorboards and like lives in the area. And sometimes when he goes up into the attic again, he finds human feces and food wrappers.
Ew.
And sometimes when he's walking around cleaning, and you know how there's like motion sensor lights, right? Like I keep mentioning motion sensor lights because sometimes when he's cleaning the rooms, he'll go from one room and he'll see like the lights are on, and he didn't go through that room, so that means something moved while he was cleaning. And one time they roll out these carpets out into the gym area, and they usually store these carpets underneath the gym, so there's a certain spacing, like a certain space under the floorboards that you can crawl through. And while he was doing that, he looked around, and there's like, it's like what's it called? It's like plaster, like the cheap stuff that they use on walls that you can plywood that you can like punch through. So he checked it, and basically the plywood had been punched through as if
drywall.
Oh yeah, sorry, drywall. That's what it was. It had been punched through, and it was big enough for someone to like crawl through underneath the little floorboards. My friend Sophia was like, she's like, yeah, like I don't know why he's still there.
Oh,
her best friend works there, and he goes to community college, and he goes there late at night to clean stuff.
Well, at least he has really cool horror stories for parties.
I think that's probably his main reason for staying there. I think he just wants to get girls,
cool horror
and this is like a
stories.
really good way to get girls.
Yeah, like Sophie was impressed.
Yeah, Sophia. I mean, I was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, I like to meet this guy. It worked, Iris.
I'm trying to adjust the camera so it's not at a weird angle, but it's gonna be my boobs either way.
Oh, it's fine. We all have them. I understand.
Yeah.
Iris, now I'm looking at your crotch.
My crotch.
Like it's literally cut.
It looks like you're looking at porn.
I know. You've cut out your face.
Oh, that makes it even more like porn. Wait. There we go.
I would pay you $500 because it's a nice view.
But I also do this podcast with you. Like, there's fee for that.
And I also don't have money. Iris, if you look in my wallet, if you open up my wallet, I literally only have a $1 bill in it because I used up everything. I used up my last $20 bills for laundry. So I have $1. And this morning I went on campus, and usually we have like food trucks driving in to campus and giving people like selling foods because they know college students are hungry. And I couldn't even buy the food because I only had $1.
No cash.
Yeah.
I have no cash. Someone was like, I was like, oh, I want to buy Cheez-Its, and I was like, but I don't have cash, and I had to borrow from someone. It was so embarrassing. I forgot to teach him today, so I borrowed some money from a friend. I borrowed some cash from a friend so I can pay back the stranger, and then I can pay back my friend at a later date. I don't know. Well, is there anything else to talk about? I don't know. I think my life is spiraling out of control because I forgot after 72 days of having no period, I forgot that my PMS symptoms are like this. It's like confusion and like just kind of like I don't want to do anything. Kind of like really mild depression, I guess, and just like exhaustion. So like, which is why I keep like randomly passing out and waking up at times and like realizing that I skipped class or whatever.
Does birth control help?
It helps with PMS, yeah, but I haven't been taking birth control. Oh, did I tell you? So I told you about my room being really hot, right? Because my roommate likes it warm, so she turned up the heater to like 100 degrees and then told me to jam the AC so that it doesn't cool down the room. And then my room is like this sweaty sauna.
And you wake up.
And I wake up
covered in
like a pool of
sweat. Yeah.
Okay, so my room is really hot, and over the weekend, I just had no motivation to do anything. So I got up out of my bed and I just sat on my chair for 20 hours without getting up, and spent the whole day watching YouTube videos and chatting with people on Discord. And whenever it got too hot, I just took off another piece of clothing and stuffed it into a drawer. And I didn't want to get up to eat, so I was eating ramen all weekend and like chips and snacks. And so I would like also stuff that into a drawer because I didn't want to get up and go to the trash can. And if I had to change, then like my drawers are right here, and like this is my desk, and like my drawer is over here. So I was like pulling like clean underwear and like putting on clean underwear and like stuffing my dirty underwear into my drawer. And on Monday, I opened up this drawer full of dirty laundry and snack wrappers, and I'm like, my life is spiraling out of control. And like my desk, there was like ramen water, like cups of ramen water on my desk.
You guys don't get like flies or like, you know, the small little bugs that somehow invade? I don't know, it's really weird. Have you ever noticed like, sometimes I'll have a banana out and it's basically kind of rotten on my desk. And somehow these really tiny small flies, I don't know what they are.
They're called fruit flies. Oh wait, Melissa, we learned about this in AP Bio.
No, it's not fruit flies. It can't be fruit flies because fruit flies are bigger than these flies.
No. That's fruit fly maggots.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, wait. So that happens to us when we have bananas too, but not with anything else. Okay, so the thing we learned in bio is that there's fruit fly eggs in the air. Everything has fruit fly eggs in it. The fact is that most of them die, but if it's like warm and moist and sweet, the fruit fly eggs will hatch. And this is consistent across everything. So if you just have a pot of rice and if you just leave it over a weekend or something, there will be like, it will like magically grow flies out of nowhere because there are fruit fly eggs in the air and we're like constantly breathing it in and everything.
Oh, great.
So like the teacher was like, okay, so we prove it now. Everyone bring in a piece of fruit and put it into this airtight container. And then after a week, magically we grow fruit flies. I wonder where they came from. Yeah.
Oh.
So now you know. Now you know how to get fruit flies.
Fruit flies.
Yeah, they are fruit flies.
What was I? Oh, I feel like I was going to talk about something and I forgot. Oh yeah, I was asking about like how you don't get bugs. Yeah, how do you not get bugs?
I know, it's amazing. Okay, one, keep everything dry. If it's not dry, it's gonna mold.
Yeah,
so,
I know, but you have stagnant ramen water on your desk
ramen
in a
water,
warm room. with like
Yeah.
your sweat like pooling onto your desk.
Yeah, I basically had like wet spots on my desk of sweat. It was so gross. But on my weekend, I went full neat this weekend. It was awful. I didn't even shower for 3 days. It was disgusting. On Monday night, I was just like, I can't. I like dumped all of my laundry into my closet. I still haven't folded my clean laundry from Sunday. So I just, and on my laundry basket has clean laundry in it. So I'm like dumping it on the floor of my closet and like throwing away the trash and like wiping my desk down with like toilet paper. At least I mean I didn't sanitize it, but at least there's no like pools of sweat on my desk anymore. And then like when my roommate went out, I opened the window to like make it less stuffy. My life was cleaned up a little bit. But okay, so 1, keep to prevent fruit flies, keep everything dry. 2, keep fruit cold. If you're gonna let it rot, at least let it rot cold, because fruit flies can't hatch when it's cold. So my roommate likes to let fruit rot. So I put it in the fridge, and then when it starts to rot inside the fridge, then I ask her, can I throw it away? Because at the beginning of the year, she left rotting fruit on top of the microwave.
Yeah.
And there were fruit flies in our room, so I moved it to the fridge. So there's a lot of rotting fruit in my fridge. And we bought eggs last week, remember?
So why doesn't she clean it up herself?
She's like me, a little bit lazy. And she doesn't care. And she's like microwaving like her kimchi. She's microwaving soup. She's microwaving rice, bibimbap sometimes, and like noodles and rice cake. And the inside of our microwave was splattered with all kinds of slowly rotting food. And I couldn't stand it, so I got a cup of vinegar. I like poured vinegar into my one drinking mug, and I microwaved the drinking mug until it steamed the inside of the microwave. And then you wait for it to cool down, and then you wipe down the microwave. And then my drinks all tasted like vinegar for a week, but at least my microwave is clean now. But I need to do the same with the refrigerator. I need to take everything out and wipe it down, because there's like, she eats canned fish several times a week, and there's like canned fish juice and rotting fruit stains and like Coke stains inside our fridge. My living conditions are not great.
She just kind
She's
of
okay with it.
She just lets you clean it.
Yeah, I take out the trash every time too. She doesn't care.
Wow. But she's from Seoul. I thought people from Seoul are supposed to be like the cool kids.
She's really cool. She's just kind of doesn't care if it's really filthy.
Okay.
There are literally a million. There are like crates of stuff under her desk. Like, I send you pictures of her bed sometimes, right?
Okay. Well, I mean, if I feel like you guys are kind of a perfect match, because
yeah, she's living with me again next year, if possible. I'm trying to live with her again next year because we can tolerate each other.
Yeah, I would feel really bad if you live with like a neat freak and you terrorize their lives.
She put that on her roommate application.
Oh, what does she say?
Neat freak, likes it warm, wakes up early. She wakes up when she has class.
It's all a lie.
She has no classes before 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like a similar situation with my roommate and I. Like,
yeah. I don't know. Either way,
I feel like half of the time that I spend in the bathroom is me trying to clean up all the hairs that we've dropped. Because every day there's hair everywhere, and I don't even know how it gets there. Like, I'll be walking on the carpet, because sometimes I walk barefoot, and I'll like lift up my foot, and attached to it is like a hairball, just to like two of my toes, and I have to like pick it off and then throw it away. And the next day, like another hairball arises, and I'm like, where is this all coming from? Like, I don't even know. Like, I clean up hair every day. I sweep. I have to pull hair out of like my pillow. I have to pull hair out of my backpack. And it's just everywhere.
Okay, well, so we have like mall floors, right? Our floor is like some kind of plastic rubber, right?
Yeah.
And we both have really long hair, and so the floor of our room is basically a thin layer of hair, and she just leaves it, and there's hair. And like her solution to this is just to wear shoes all the time, never step out of like every once in a while I'll walk barefoot and I'll step on so much hair that it's like I regret everything. Go back to shoes. And we just haven't dealt with it.
maybe Iris, maybe it's a good thing that you guys have that a maintenance guy should come in and check on you guys, so that he makes sure you guys don't drown in your own shit, in your own trash.
And she never throws away cardboard boxes, and she's constantly ordering stuff. So under her bed is all the cardboard boxes, and recently she has another cardboard box that's like this tall and this wide, and there's no more space under her bed for cardboard boxes because there's so many cardboard boxes. So she just put it between her chair and her closet, and there's just more cardboard boxes, and it's spilling over into the hall, the space between my bed and her bed.
And I mean, she doesn't like flatten it. Like she just like puts it there.
Yeah. Boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. Same with me, to be honest. Okay, and then she cooked rice on Sunday. No, Sunday, yeah. She cooked rice late on Sunday. And she didn't want to go downstairs to wash dishes. So she was planning on just letting the rice dry onto the bottom of the rice cooker and just forget about it. And I was like, don't do that, add hot water. So I went and got hot water and poured hot water into it. And I'm like, we gotta wash this as soon as possible or else there will be maggots. And she's like, yeah. Of course. But let's do it tomorrow, okay? Because it's dark now and I don't want to go all the way downstairs. I'm like, yeah, me too, I don't want to go downstairs. And today's Thursday. It's Thursday night. And she plugged it in on the floor next to my bed, and I stepped on it multiple times. Ooh. This is a rice cooker with the rice dissolved, and it's starting to ferment, so it smells like alcohol. Like, I'm pretty sure this is how you make sake. And there's just like fermented rice water, fermented rice soup, like next to my bed, and I can't really blame her for it because I have dirty dishes piled on my desk too. So I just left it.
See, Iris, you could be a cool kid now. See, now this is how you make profits. You just sell
it as sake. Really, really strong sake.
Yeah, sell sake. And then you can be like a cool kid.
I'm the cool kid with illegal alcohol. How'd you get it into the dorms? Oh, we made it in our room because we're hardcore. Because we're too lazy to wash dishes.
And you made it in a rice cooker too. I think that just adds to the Asianness, the Asianness
so
of this whole equation.
It's like, yeah, I just forgot to wash dishes. It's like officers like, why do you have like really, really, really strong sake in your room? Oh, I forgot to wash my rice cooker. Like I'm a good Asian girl. Like you understand. Anyway, I'm too afraid to drink it. I'm not gonna drink it. I'm gonna pour it out. But it smells like alcohol, and I'm afraid that the maggots are gonna start hatching because I know there's maggots in there now. Now that I've taken AP Bio, I know there's maggots in there. Like there's maggots in everything. It's just a matter of if they hatch or not. That's how they got into your room. It's because there's maggots everywhere. There's maggot eggs everywhere.
Okay, so speaking of rotting stuff, so what I usually when I go to the dining hall, I usually like to steal like fruit, like extra stuff so that I can eat later on. And so usually I take like 2 bananas, and I guess somehow I forgot one of the bananas in my backpack. And so it's been the next week, I touched the bottom of my backpack and it freaks me out, and because it's like wet and sticky. and I'm like, oh my god, like my laptop's in here, my hard drive's in here. Like if there's anything wet in here, I'm really fucked. So I freak out. I'm like, oh my god, like what's going on? So at first I thought it was my water bottle, because usually my water bottle, the top part, like sometimes it'll pop up and water will spill out. And I was like, oh my god, okay. So I check my water bottle. It's not my water bottle. I check like the big pocket of my backpack, and it's fine because that's where my laptop is. It's okay. And I check the second pocket, and then I check the third pocket, and inside I reach in. So this is like in the movie theater, because we have like labs where we have to watch movies, and so it's kind of dimly lit, so I can't really see what's inside. And I reach in and I touch something mushy and wet. And I take my hand, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is that? And I go in, and then I lift it up, so then I bring it towards the light, and it's like this destroyed banana that is brown and mushy. And the juices have leaked. The juices have leaked through to the bottom of my backpack, and it's like kind of like dripping out. And I'm like, oh my god. So at this time, like I can't get out because like the movie started and like the lights are dimming down. And there are like people sitting on both sides of me. And I'm like, okay, I can't get out. So I'm sitting there with my backpack and a rotting banana stuck in like the front pocket, and I'm watching Brokeback Mountain. And I'm really enjoying it. And then I went out and I threw it out, but I still haven't washed my backpack. I probably should do that. But
that's so gross. My mom just called me because she's sad that we haven't talked in a long time. But I'm in a recording session, Mom. You have to understand, I can't talk to this. That's really gross. I'm getting flashbacks to the one time my brother did that, because my mom would give him fruit, and he would eat the ham. So like my mom would give him a ham sandwich, some chocolate milk, and maybe an orange or a tangerine or a cutie, and then he would eat the ham out of the sandwich, and then leave everything else inside his backpack until my mom cleans it out. And my mom just like for one time just didn't clean it out, and was like took one of like his he was in band, so he took out his music sheets, and he was all like, oh my god. My mom was like, oh my god, why is there brown stains at the bottom? And I was like, oh yeah, that's just rotting food. And it's like, what? And it's like, yeah, there's always rotting food at the bottom of my backpack, and like you didn't clean it out last week, so I just left it. So my mom is like, oh no. So I pulled like, everything out of his backpack and dump it out, and it's just like rotting bread from all the sandwiches of the week, and like rotting fruits, and just containers of chocolate milk, and some of them are open and like seeping into the
okay. Before you freak out even more, I have a confession to make. You know how like when I went to school, like I would always get like sandwiches and stuff like that, right? And sometimes like during lunch, we always have like club meetings or whatever. I wouldn't finish my sandwiches. So that meant occasionally, once every while, like
you're gonna be like my brother.
I'll pull open my backpack, and there's like 2 rotting, smushed up sandwiches. Cause what I do with my backpack is I throw stuff in it and then I walk out.
Yeah.
And so occasionally I have to throw out rotting sandwiches wrapped in plastic wrap. That's my confession.
Yeah. So because of this trauma that I experienced from my brother all the time, every single day I dump everything out of my backpack and then repack it in the morning, so I know what's in it.
How is like?
Oh no, my mom called me the other day. It was like,
is Albert surviving?
Help me deal with Albert's problems.
High
and
school.
I'm like, I don't even live in that house anymore. Just deal with it yourself. And then I hung up. And she's like, but he's your brother. And he's like, I'm like, I was watching yaoi anime.
Wow, Iris. You should.
Maybe I should help.
It's the holiday season. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I even just ignored a call from her just
say
now.
like, hey mom, I don't know. Are you coming back?
Not until Christmas. I'm not going home until
Are you
Thanksgiving.
going back for Christmas?
You get to see your parents at Thanksgiving, right?
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going home. We have a week off, so I'm leaving on the weekend, and then I go back the weekend after that. So it's like a 7-day week, like basically a week off, including the weekend.
Shoot. Oh, I forgot. It's gone.
I feel like I should get some food, but I'm pretty sure the dining hall is closed.
I do feel bad
that's
for
fine.
hanging up on my mom, but we're busy. Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but like,
Mom,
to be honest, I also
the
do the same thing with
internet.
my
The
mom.
internet, it's shorting out. It's shorting out. I can't hear you. But aren't we using a phone? Oh, the reception is so bad.
Sometimes I'll just, what do? I just like, I kind of, like, I'll just put it, I'll like answer it and I'll talk for a bit and then I'll just let her keep talking and I'll just kind of like quietly put the phone down and then just like move to like the next room over, just like work on other stuff. And then I'll come back, she's like, Melissa? And I'll like, oh yeah. And then she'll be like, okay, well, did you hear everything? And I'll be like, yeah, I heard everything. I'm like, okay, well, bye. I go, bye. And then boop, the phone call's done.
Yeah.
So, I mean, technically I've answered it.
Oh,
I just
man, I feel kind of bad.
wasn't there the entire time.
Sometimes.
Does Albert
I
ever
don't
call
talk
you?
to him. Calls me. And my mom's like, Iris, bond with your brother. And I'm like, no. And then I hang up.
You know, the only time my brother ever talks to me is on my birthday. And every time he does, he sends a picture of a cake that he's eating. And he goes, look, I ate cake for you.
Nice.
And he goes, so there, happy birthday. I go, yeah, but hey, but this time I was ready. I was like, my friend, she went to the we have like a little downtown area, and there's like a cupcake shop, and so she got me a red velvet cupcake. And I still haven't finished it. It's still in my drawer right now. I better go eat it, or else fruit flies are gonna grow. But anyways, and so I texted back. I was like, yeah. He was like, so he sent me. I don't know. He had a cupcake too. Somehow we both got cupcakes, and he was eating his cake, and I was like, yeah, I got my cupcake too.
He's sending.
So I got revenge.
Cupcake out every week, every year.
He does the same thing with my mom's birthday. But yeah.
It shows you that he's eating cake, thinking of you. Yeah, I'll try to get that package sent to you as soon as possible, but that stupid mailroom, I was so pissed. And like, I was like, can I just drop this off? And they're like, you can't just drop it off. It'll get shipped back to you, and the post office will refuse
Well,
to mail it.
how about this? When we meet up for Christmas,
Hand
you
it
can
to
just,
me. I will be sad.
I don't know. Yeah, just hand it to me. I feel like that's probably just easier. And then you don't have to deal with
I'll put some
like
effort
UPS
into
people.
trying to mail it out. But
Save your stamps for letters. I'm really excited. Yeah, or some, or yeah. You don't have to ship it. It's fine. Just save it till then.
I need to send you pictures of my wall now because I put up all of your postcards and it looks quite nice. My walls aren't just bare.
Okay. Oh yeah, I sent a letter to Michelle.
I haven't done that yet. I feel really bad because I only mailed a postcard to you. I don't mail postcards to everyone.
Wait, Iris, do you know that it's Asian Wikipedia month? So if you write 4 articles, then you get a specially mailed postcard from one of the participating countries.
Yeah. Well,
Are you desperate for a postcard?
I'm looking it up. Please.
It's this whole month, so you have time.
Enhancing among Asian Wikipedia countries. Simpler friendships. Well, postcards. Please. I can't write articles. I don't want to write articles. I really want postcards.
You can help them edit. Like, I think there's like an option where you can edit. Probably.
No,
like,
here. Create
8
new
articles.
300 words minimum with sources. Lists do not qualify. RIP. I want this postcard. It'd be so great to have Wikipedia postcards. I really like postcards. I'm gonna go to my school's bookstore tomorrow and see if I can buy postcards to mail to you guys. That would be fun. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I haven't been going to a lot of places this week and probably next week because it's just been really hectic with like projects and
It's the end of the
reports
semester,
and stuff like
yeah.
that because it's the end of the semester and it's also like the 2 weeks before Thanksgiving break. So
I just realized it's Thursday. I had an appointment today. 5-9. Wait. This is really worrying because I need this to pass the class. Was that today? Today's Thursday, right?
today's Thursday.
Huh. Modification. Research participation. Here, Thursday, November 9th, 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. No! Okay. I have to get these research credits somehow. I only have one more chance. This is already the second time that I've...
Iris, do you still have a planner? Do you have like a real, like a hand, like a book?
Yeah,
for planners?
I don't open it very often anymore.
If you write things down, you'll remember it better. And you have like a physical copy to look at.
Oh, this is really upsetting.
When's your next appointment thing?
Oh, I did. I wrote it down in my planner. I had it all planned out, but I was so busy today. Failure to appear to unexcused. No, that was my last 2 credits. Basically, I don't know. Let me explain for the listeners. So, like, for my psychology class, I have to participate in 15 studies. And everyone else got this done in the first 2 weeks of class, but I was really lazy. And I was like, I can just do it at the end of the semester. It's totally fine. And then at the end of the semester, of course, there's no more studies left to sign up for. And I found one with a time slot today. And for some reason, I added it to my Google Calendar, but it didn't roll over to my Apple Calendar. So I totally just didn't notice. It looks like I'm just gonna have to write an essay to fill it in. No! During that time, I was really busy anyway. I had to... during that time, I was doing my Japanese exam, which I had been stressing about since Tuesday. Oh, that's my life. Have we run out of things to talk about, Melissa?
No, I'm outside, and because so there's like a little area where you have to go down steps and you go towards a place called Henley Basement. So I'm outside of that place, but I think there's some sort of fraternity or sorority thing going on, and I'm just hearing a bunch of people yelling. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. That's all.
Oh wait, but you guys watched Brokeback Mountain like as a class for your lab?
Yeah, it was really sweet. I enjoyed it. We also watched Bonnie and Clyde.
Scandalous.
I mean,
It's a little bit
it was nice.
scandalous.
The ending is unexpected. I mean, I watched like an earlier version of the film before, but so I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. Do you guys take notes during it or what?
No, we don't take notes because it's like it's pitch black in the theater. So I don't think there's any way we could take notes, but they just want us to watch like a bunch of films and then afterwards we just talk about it. And then you have to use like a bunch of terms to describe like, gosh, there's this one term that they use all the time. It's called mise en scène, and it's like French for like staging of the scene or something. Basically everything that happens in the shot and what happens around it. And you just have to keep talking about mise en scène, mise en scène, mise en scène.
So, did you declare your minor yet?
I haven't, but I think I'm working on classes towards it. Like we have like a 2-week winter break and then there's an option to either take January off or you can take January for like a really fast-paced, really intense like course.
That's nice.
And so it counts as second semester tuition. So I thought, okay, well, I might as well take it because I honestly didn't know what else I was going to do. So I'm taking a class called Intro to Game Industry or whatever.
I'm not even allowed to take that class because of my stupid major. It blocks me from taking all the computing classes.
Can you change majors?
I don't know if I can change majors.
Are you okay with what you have right now?
I don't know. Maybe next year I'll put some effort into trying to switch to some other major, maybe CS. But yeah. So I had so you know how I spent my first semester taking all Gen Ed courses, right? So I basically took 5 or 6 selective classes my first semester. Now that I already took all my selective classes, I have to take all of my required courses for first and second semester in my second semester. And someone's like, why don't you just, spread it out over a couple years? And I'm like, I don't want to be the only junior taking a freshman major required course. So I'm trying to cram them all in, but then I realized I'm only allowed to take 6 classes unless my GPA is high enough, and my GPA probably is definitely not high enough. So I can't cram all of these courses I want to take into the amount of time I want. So I was like, oh, that sounds really nice that you guys have January to catch up on classes.
But you can only take one class. Well, maximum 4 credits, but one class is already 3 credits. So there's not really much you can do. You could
also take like volleyball. It's like a 1-credit class.
I'm basically doing that. I'm doing swimming. They don't call it swimming. They call it swimming exercises. And so my friend was like, yeah, she's like, Melissa, do it with me. And I was like, well, I don't know. Okay, because I always have this really big fear about maintaining the bush down there. I don't want to have, like I'm kind of worried about that. But I was like, okay, you know what? I'll do it for you.
Are you trimming it to keep it from sticking out of your swimsuit?
Yeah. My biggest, I had so much anxiety over swim during high school because I didn't know how to treat the bush at the time.
You know what I just did, Melissa?
Yeah, what?
I just wore a black swimsuit and ignored it.
Oh my god.
Like I would see the person in front of me doing the breaststroke kicks, and I could see her bush sticking out of her swimsuit. I'm like, fuck it, it's okay. I can do that too. And I didn't shave my armpits. It was totally fine. No one commented on it. It was totally fine.
Yeah, because they're all silently judging you for it.
It's okay.
This is like the stuff you don't talk about.
It's silent. It's totally fine. I don't mind. As long as it's silent. Your DMP 不够厚. Do your parents ever say that? 厚 DMP?
Yeah. My mom always tells me that.
Yeah. DMP 厚一点啦.
She always tells me that.
厚一点啦. Like, as long as they're not actively telling you, stop, it makes me uncomfortable, then that means it's okay.
I'm still a really shy person, and so like there was a time when I was in like probably up till middle school where I was super scared about like going up to cashiers and like paying money, because I had this like strange fear that like I wouldn't get the exact money right, and then I had to stand there for an awkward amount of time counting my money so that as they were watching me. And so there used to be a Taco Bell where my house was, and my mom would like try and like she would use that opportunity to try and train me to learn how to talk to cashier people. And the thing is, like, we wouldn't really go that often because it's like junk food, right? And like Asian moms are like, no, junk food. Like they don't want like you know, she doesn't want me eating that stuff. And so she would use that as an incentive. She'd be like, if you don't go up and talk to the cashier, you're not getting your quesadilla. And I was like, okay, fine. And so I'd like inch up and like say like, I want that, like point to it like really quickly and like slam the money on the table and like run off. And that's how I got my quesadillas.
Oh, no, my mom would do that too. My mom was like, Iris, you gotta learn how to talk to cashiers. And I'm like, no, I don't need to. I can order everything from the internet. This is not needed. Human interaction, this is not needed. Nobody needs human interaction. This is no good. And my mom's like, fine, then go buy it yourself or else just don't buy it. And I'm like, I'm not buying it. I missed out on a lot of stuff. Like there were like these cat-shaped salt shakers that I wanted to buy. My mom's like, pay for it yourself. And I'm like, no, I'll just order it from Daiso.com later. And I did. I ordered it from Daiso.com.
Doesn't Daiso sell most of its stuff in bulk, or is that?
It does.
I swear, like one time I tried to buy stuff on Daiso and they only had like this bulk option. So I was looking at the price and it was like a mechanical pencil and they were selling it for $32 and I was like, what is going on? Like when did Daiso like jack up the prices so high?
You had to buy 40.
Yeah, and then it ended up being like a big bulk of like 40 pence and I was like, oh, I'm good.
Did you order it?
No, Iris.
Oh wait, no. So Daiso sells to Amazon and then Amazon distributes them individually. So you can buy it from Amazon. So I did. I ordered it later from Amazon. I got through it. I didn't have to talk to a single human. It was great.
You know, McDonald's is starting to implement
self-checkout.
Like there's like two giant screens. And they even have like on the side there's like a little mini cup holder so that you don't have to hold your cup while you're ordering from the screen. Like I had boba at the time, so I put my boba down and then it was amazing. Like I could just order stuff without talking to people.
A human. Yeah, it's great. I love those self-checkout machines at Walmart. Those are great. I don't have to talk to anyone. I just have to interact with the machine.
And it's like nice because then I can see like the price and I can see like what, like, you know, I always hate it when I go to like a restaurant and they're like, what kind of sauce do you want?
It's like, you don't know what sauces there are.
And then they list off like 10 different sauces. Buffalo sauce, spicy chicken, ranch,
and it's like,
spicy ranch.
I gotta say one, I can't keep you waiting,
Yeah, and so it's just nice to see stuff like...
Yeah, no, humans are a terrible choice for this kind of thing. They should have been robots to begin with. It's finally...
Do you also realize that this means like we have less chance of getting a low, like an easy job? And so,
you have to be the one making the machine. That's the only person left is the one making the machine. Yeah, one of the darker parts of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was that like, his dad had such an awful job screwing the caps onto toothpastes. And then when Willy Wonka took over, he's like, oh yeah, I'm a machine that screws the caps onto toothpaste. And his dad didn't have a job. But you know, it was okay because Charlie owns a chocolate factory now and he's super rich. But like, his dad literally has no job. Yeah. And that was the only thing keeping their family alive.
Reading that, like, that first intro section. I just distinctly remember him talking about them eating boiled cabbages every day after that. And they would eat boiled cabbages every day.
Yeah, because they grew it in their backyard.
And his grandma would get like really pissed off. And she was like, Charlie! Oh gosh. So there's this thing. We're in California, you know, and I'm smelling this strong wave of weed that's floating around in the area.
Next to the student union, it always smells like weed. I was like, it's Thursday, 8 p.m. You're smoking already. I don't know, I guess some people just do that. And like Tuesday night, sometimes I'll go outside and people will like get drunk and draw stars on it. Like there's like a smoking area. It's an actual smoking area. I don't know why I did quotes, but it's like a smoking area, and the Satanist people go over there and they wear their cloaks and they have their red candles and they draw their blood circle with chalk.
I mean, at least they're safe about it.
Yeah, like, they do it in the smoking area,
right? So I bet they probably try to do it in the dorms. They probably set up like the smoke alarms or something.
Yeah.
And so now
But
they're like,
but usually like drunk. They're like really drunk and they're doing their like Satanists. Like, do you have Satanists on campus?
no, at least.
Are you the
not
one
any
that told
I
me
know
about
of.
the Satanist dolls?
Yeah, I know, but that's like in Beverly Hills area, or like it's not in this area.
It's not at your school.
We just
yeah.
we have. I don't know. We just have a lot of frats. And I guess that kind of counts as a cult
Yeah, it's a cult, but
in a way.
yeah, but it's not like yeah. But they have really cool cloaks. But if I join them, everyone's gonna judge me and think that I'm evil, so I can't. But they have really cool cloaks. They have like the
Yeah,
hood.
no.
and-
Iris, didn't you just tell me? Like it's all silent treatment. Like they're not.
Yeah.
They won't say anything.
Silently judge you.
So
yeah, maybe
yeah.
I'll do it because I want that cloak. It's a really nice cloak, and it has a hood, and it's like made of wool, so it's really thick. And then there's like a tie, and then there's like pockets on the inside of this really big, heavy woolen cloak with a hood.
Iris, you should really do it. I encourage.
Join the Satanists on campus, and like
Yeah.
join them in like
No, Iris, do it for the sake of the show. Think of like what a great story that would be.
and they pass around like a bottle of alcohol, and they're like little red candles, and they draw a circle with chalk, and they're dolls. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to. And there was also like douchebags that like smoke. Okay, so vaping is really popular in California, right? Because there's so many hipsters over there. Over here, there's like less vaping, but whenever people vape, it's like they're really obnoxious about it because now it's unusual and it's like a cool thing to do. So they'll like turn their smoke up to the highest and then like billow clouds of like cinnamon and cherry flavored smoke everywhere, and like they won't do it in the smoking area because it's not smoke, it's not harmful.
Sometimes, when I'm walking on the street, like people will vape, and like, at first I thought it was like a good thing because like
You're not
I
smoking.
smelled like cinnamon. Because I didn't know it was like vaping because we live in Fremont, like who vapes, right? And I'm walking down the street and I smell like this really sweet, like citrusy smell. I'm like, wow, like someone's got such nice perfume on. And then like I look over and it's like a guy with like his little his little vape.
Yeah.
And I just breathe in like a lung full of like that smoke, and I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
You can vape without the nicotine and just have scented vape juice.
Just have like the smoke.
Yeah. So it's not harmful to your lungs.
Did I ever tell you? I don't think did I ever tell you on the show? But anyways, like I was on set and one of the makeup artists. Did I tell you this?
I don't know if you said it on the show. You might have just told me over a vid chat one day.
Well, yeah, but basically, yeah, she really likes her vape, and she'll like take it apart on set. And because we were on the beach, so the sand got into like the different parts, and she'd take it apart, and it was literally like those scenes in like those assassin movies where like they have all these gun parts. Yeah, and she takes out a little like a microfiber cloth and starts like oiling it and like cleaning it out and like placing it all together. And she's like, okay, ready. And then she goes off and like vapes, and I'm like, oh, okay, you do you.
Today when I was lost on campus for some reason, I was like, I need to pee. Okay, but I don't know where the bathroom is in this engineering building because I'm not an engineering major. I don't have any engineering classes. Anyway, I was in this engineering building and I saw a table with Japanese candy all over it. It was Japanese chocolate. You know those, it's like a pink, it's about this big. You know what it looks like, right? And it's like a gummy. And like they had the pink flavor, the blue flavor, and the green flavor. And I saw all this Japanese candy out on a table and I was like, oh my God. And I go over there and I'm like, do you know where the bathroom is? And they're like, would you like to participate in our study? You may take some candy. And I'm like, yes. So she's like, spin this wheel. And I spin it. And it's like, tell me where paper money originated. It was China. And she's like, correct, take some candy. And the bathroom is over there. And I was really excited about the candy, but I ate it. And then I'm like, wait, I didn't take a picture. I don't even know what kind of candy it is. Where am I gonna get more of this? Okay, so
Is that stand still there?
Maybe it'll be there tomorrow and I can take a picture of the package. But if any of our listeners know, it's like clear wrapper and I don't have it on me. It's a clear wrapper with gold trim and gold and the chocolate is round and it has a little bit of matcha at the top. That's a really vague description, but if someone knows, please contact me. Tell me what chocolate that is. I didn't grab any of the lychee gummies. I don't even know what brand it was.
I think you could probably just search it up in Google.
I tried.
Images.
I couldn't find it. I might have to just draw
Oh, okay, well,
it. I might have to
good
draw
luck.
it and post it to the internet and see if anyone knows where it is.
I feel like, I feel conflicted because I feel like I really want to get snacks because I'm starving. Or I'm not starving, but I'm hungry. But at the same time, I know that if I buy snacks, I'm just gonna eat
All
the
of
snacks
them.
even when I'm not hungry. Yeah, and
Yeah. Like a crate of snacks came and my mom's like, a crate of snacks came and then I was just like, I'm just gonna eat all of the snacks. And that's what I did. And I was like, oh wait, I have no more snacks. And my roommate, she's like, I ran out of snacks. And she called her mom, Mom, I need snacks right away. And her mom spent $232 for overnight shipping from South Korea to ship her easily 70 pounds of Korean snacks.
oh, I mean, she's an international student.
Yeah, her parents really miss her. And she's always on Skype with her parents.
Does she talk to her friends? Like, it's only her parents?
It's just her parents. She's always on Skype with her parents.
That's a little sad.
She really misses home.
But but she has like her church friends that stay out till like 2 a.m. doing random stuff together.
Tennis, actually. They're playing tennis off campus until 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, my mom's like, Iris, why don't you go with her? I'm like, they all speak Korean. So like, if you go, either they're making a really hard effort to speak English to you and you only, or you're like just standing there kind of awkward, like everyone's speaking Korean. What the fuck do I do?
Wait, you should join them. Have you gone before?
Yeah, but that's how it is. That's how it is.
Go again.
It's awkward because everyone's always speaking Korean. I don't know Korean. I need to join a club. And my friend was like, next semester we can join the game dev club. And then make a game. We're just at about an hour and 35 minutes. I guess we can end the show here.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
And then I guess I'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for listening. I'll see you next week. Yeah, but it's really late. I need to call back my mom.